Hi, and welcome to the calendar. I'm Crystal Schelle, the lifestyle editor here at the Herald-Mail, and this is Chris Copley, assistant lifestyle editor. We have so many events going on, but I'm doing the countdown to spring. That's why I wore
And it's
springy.
been really nice weather this
I
week for a
know.
change. It's like spring suddenly is here.
And then we'll go back to cold, and and I'm just sick of it. And but there are so many events that we can talk about this weekend. The first is Ramona the Pest.
When I was a kid, I remember reading some of Beverly Cleary's books about Ramona and the gang, Henry Huggins and the others. And
Right.
of course, I read more of the boy books than the girl books. But I remember, that described how life was like growing up. Getting into trouble, looking for adventure around your neighborhood. It was a different era back then.
Yeah, and this shares the second title to the series. And basically, she's a kindergartner, if anybody has never read the book. And this is about her really going off to school for the first time. And, it's been many a year since I was a kindergartner, but you still remember the trepidation and the scariness of your parents leaving you there alone and not knowing anybody. And Ramona, she's great. She kind of tells it how it is, too.
Yep. They've got, she has her own attitude and she has her own strength, and and how she gets along with the other kids. That's, suddenly you're in with this bunch of other people that you've never met before. So how do you make friends, and how do you watch out for the mean kids? So.
Well, and Walker Performing Arts in Hagerstown's the ones putting this on, and they always do a great job with children events. So check it out too in Friday's lifestyle section. We'll have a little preview, and you can learn more about Ramona, if I can talk today. So let's get that information up on screen. That's Ramona the Pest, 7 p.m. Friday through Sunday at the Academy Theater. That's in downtown Hagerstown. Cost $15, $12 for students and seniors. And for tickets, go to that website, call, or email. Well, here's another event, the Clear Spring Lions Club 63rd Annual Minstrel and Variety Show.
Now, this is something that, you grew up around the people who would be performing
I
here.
grew up around the people performing, but I've never actually seen a show.
That's so funny.
Yeah, because we actually lived, I'm from Clear Spring, but we actually live closer to Hagerstown, so we never got up there. But it's really cool because it's like they've been doing this for 63 years, and it's basically a variety show. This year's theme is Viva Las Vegas. The great thing is there's a lot of generations that are, the sons are now performing where their dads used to perform.
That's a great tradition.
Yeah, and the fact that it is the Lions Club and they do so much for the community is really great. The Tri-State Big Band is going to perform too that night on 6:30 Friday and Saturday and 1 p.m. on Sunday. So people have a chance to come early, enjoy the music before the actual show begins. There's a lot of things. They have people dressing up. Minnie Pearl's going to be there. So they're going to have a lot of fun, and so it's going to be a great evening, just raising funds for the Lions Club. Well, let's get that information up on screen. That's the Clear Spring Lions Club 63rd Annual Minstrel and Variety Show. That's 7:30 Friday and Saturday, and 2 p.m. on Sunday at Clear Spring School Auditorium. That's on Broad Fording Road up in Clear Spring. $6, $4 for children and students, free for preschool age children. So that shows you that the show is open for all ages. And you can purchase tickets at the Clear Spring Hardware Store. That's downtown, or call that number. So we have another great event, this photographic adventure. And I just think it's really, the local photographer, Eric Fargo, and this is a display. And did you see some of his work?
I saw a couple.
It's pretty amazing work.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, Eric, from what we understand, was diagnosed with bone cancer. And unfortunately, if anybody has been through chemo or knows somebody has been through cancer, he has been out of work since October 2013. Basically probably to keep them away from other germs or whatever.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. It's nice that he can help to raise funds for himself by his own work, his photographic work. It's often the case that friends will gather around and help put on a fundraiser to benefit someone who is struggling with a disease. This is great that he is, inviting people to come and purchase his own work to benefit him.
Yeah, they're putting this on the Exhibitions Art Gallery. It's pretty new down in Martinsburg on North Queen Street. So this is exciting to a new place to show art. David Heathrow, we know him here because he does the Fine Arts Company. He has a lot of events down in Martinsburg in the art community, and he's the one that's really helping Eric put this on and get the word out about it. So, but yeah, the show's already up, but it runs through the end of the month. So if you don't have a chance, if you miss it this weekend, you have a chance for a couple more weeks to
But
see
there's a
him.
reception this weekend to
Yes.
go and meet him and see the show.
Yeah, and I think that'd be really neat to go out and meet him. Photography and artists in general, it's nice to see what their eye is. You know, what was he thinking of? What composition he loved about this, and
Yeah,
et cetera.
I like talking to artists and photographers about their work and how they approach it.
So let's get that information up on screen. That's a photographic adventure. You can meet the artist, like Chris was saying, 6 to 8 on Friday. But the exhibit is already up and continues through the end of the month. That exhibition's Art Gallery. That's 209 North Queen Street in downtown Martinsburg. Go to that website for more information. Well, we're back in Martinsburg again for the second Friday of poetry reading. Now, you are a lover of poetry.
I do. I will sometimes host people coming over to our house or to some coffee shop and just get together and write poetry. It's a great way to express oneself in a different way than just conversational. And I like getting folks together to create. Well, this event is about sharing your own poetry, or if you feel like you're not a poet yourself, to find a poem that you connect with and then share that at a microphone. So as long as you give credit, of course, say this is a poem by such and such. So and it's a great. I like getting together and sharing. Because poetry it's a variety. It can be, rhythmic with rhyme, or it can be blank verse, or it can be a passage of text that is just written really tightly and poetically. So any of that qualifies as poetry.
Now, they've done this before. It's the Berkeley Art Works. Now, they do their service to the Berkeley Arts Council, and they basically helped to build a new art community down there. I think it's a great thing. People going out and sharing their poetry, and like you said, poems that evoke some kind of emotion to you. But this is let's get that information up on screen. That's the second Friday poetry reading. That's Friday 6:30 to 8. Sign-ups at 6:30, Berkeley Arts Works in North Queen Street, Martinsburg. It's free, so you can go down there. Donations are appreciated. Call that number for more information. We'll be right back with more events for this weekend.